Hey, Joey Starr here for Starr Quality Kitchen, and another entry into my New York head resident of pizza. It is late March, and as you can see, it's kind of snowing. One of the great things about March in the greater Hudson Valley area is that you get to celebrate pretty much all 4 seasons in the same month. Just a couple days ago, we definitely had some spring weather. The week before that, we had like practically summer weather, and now we're at the tail end of March, and it is cold as So I'm here in front of Raimondo's restaurant, as you can see behind me, on Stewart Avenue in Roscoe, New York. Raimondo's has been a traditional family-owned and operated restaurant for over 30 years. I certainly remember growing up in the neighboring counties and towns, always hearing great things all about Raimondo's food and stellar service. Unfortunately, because it's a bit out of my way, I never actually had a chance to go inside and eat there myself. There was one time, about 10 or so years ago, where I was supposed to meet friends here and then afterwards go down the street to another place for some karaoke, but unfortunately that night my friends were running behind and it ended up being too late for us to have dinner first, so we just met up at the other place. That was my one like specific shot of eating there. Didn't really work out, but now I get to try them out for myself, by myself, but with all of you. So let's get to it. So the advantage of coming in really early like I have is that I had almost complete pick of the dining room, and of course naturally I chose a nice corner. Oh, here comes my food now. Service is really nice here. The waitress that sat me, really sweet. Get the impression she might be one of the owners maybe, or at least the family. I mean, it is family operated, so imagine she's one of them, and really nice, really informative. I had questions about the menu, about the specialty slices. Unfortunately, this time of the year, this is not their busy season. Obviously, their busy season, like most places, is going to be in the summertime, particularly this area where the Hudson Valley is a lot more hopping in the summertime than early spring. The only way I'm going to really be able to get specialty pizza is if I order a whole pie, and wow, it sounds amazing. I don't think I have any business eating a whole pie by myself. So I decided to go with my usual staple, which is 1 slice of plain, 1 slice of pepperoni. Their Sicilian isn't ready yet either. It's kind of early, it's still working on it, but I figured might as well get right to the review, right? So first of all, visually it's beautiful, beautiful slices. Here we go, check it out. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Cheese slice. And you got your pepperoni. It's really good. It's kind of hot, not piping hot. I mean, didn't feel like I was at risk of burning my fingers, but more than warm for sure. Definitely better than the average place where you go and they barely heat it up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty hot. The aroma is amazing. Everything smells so fresh. Let's start with the cheese slice here. Take a look on the cheese here. You can see just the right amount of char that you want on your cheese pizza, right? You don't want it scorched, but you don't want it raw either. This is like exactly how I like mine. Slice is a little smaller than some of the other places I've been, but it looks like pretty well quality pizza. And there's the back, the crust, nice and soft, flimsy, right? But listen, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a nice crunch to this crust, but yet still bendable. Something I always look for in pizza. If it's too crispy on here, it's usually too dry. This is giving me a nice impression that it's probably not a dry crust, a very edible crust. The aroma smells excellent. Okay, I'm going to say right off the bat that the flavor I just tasted is definitely making up for the lack of size. They're not trying to kill me with the portions like other restaurants do, but the flavor packs a lot of flavor in this little slice here. Take another bite. Don't know if it shows up on camera very well, but I said I wasn't worried about burning my fingers, but the cheese and the sauce is still very hot. There's steam coming off of here. Even now, I can see it. I don't know if it shows up on camera or not, but there's a good amount of steam coming off of here because it's just fresh out of the oven. I love that. I love that they made it hot. And I'm loving the flavor of this. The sauce has a hint of tanginess, which is what you want in a sauce, but otherwise very savory. The cheese is on point. It's not over salty like a lot of places have. I really appreciate that. There's a nice mozzarella taste to it, but it's not, raising your blood pressure eating one slice. The way the crust felt biting into it, firm enough that the pizza holds up, but soft enough that it kind of melts in your mouth a bit. So I really appreciate that. So there's an old lady about, I would say, on the other side of the dining room, totally checking out what I'm doing here. I mean, she's just enjoying her drink or coffee or whatever. She's totally into whatever I'm doing. So next, let's try the pepperoni. First thing, generous amount of pepperoni. I mean, this is one small slice, same size as that cheese pizza, but look at that. About 10 and a half slices of pepperoni on this bad boy. That is awesome. Everything's great. Thank you. And as you just heard, waitress just happened to be walking by. She figured to check and see how I'm doing. See, this is that kind of stellar service that you always hear about in this restaurant. The other thing to make note too, in case it wasn't clear on my intro, unlike a lot of other pizza places in this general area, in the Hudson Valley in general, same owners, 30 years, 3 decades. I mean, that should really tell you something. They know what works and they stick with it. And obviously they're successful with it. Again, waitress is walking by. She's looking over to see if I need anything or to see if I'm trying to hail her. See, that's good service. These days you eat somewhere, the waitress drops off your food, and a lot of times you don't see her again until she's ready to hand you the bill, which is ridiculous. But her, she keeps coming by saying, oh, does he need anything? And that's really, really stellar service. Back to this pepperoni slice. So I took this bite and again, like the cheese slice, nice soft crust, but still has that crunch. So it's crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Pepperoni is on point. This almost seems like very fresh, tender, very tender pepperoni. It's not the kind of pepperoni where you bite into and brings half the pizza into your mouth with it. No, it's tender, tasty, and I want to say it's similar to the comment I made about the mozzarella, not over salty. I mean, it's definitely a cured pepperoni, but I gotta wonder if they make that here themselves. I think I'm gonna ask her when she comes by again. I'm just curious. If they're not making it themselves, they're buying it quality from somewhere. Really good pepperoni. What it lacks in salt, it makes up for in flavor. And just a hint spicy, which I like too. I'm trying not to speak too loudly because it's kind of quiet in here, and there are other customers in the place, and I put myself as far away from everyone as possible because I don't want to disturb anybody, but it seems like the sound carries pretty well. I'm going to say that if there's anything about the cheese to note as negative, is that when I bite into it, you don't get that long string effect. But you know what, honestly, if I hadn't thought about it just now, it never would have crossed my mind. I mean, because it's just so tasty. Also with the pepperoni, besides that it's tender and flavorful, even now it's been about a minute or so since I took my last bite of pepperoni, but I can still feel some of that heat in my mouth from there. Not like kill you kind of heat. It's not like someone pouring hot sauce in your mouth or anything like that. Just a little bit of a kick, just enough for you to know that it's there. And I think that's pretty cool. Some foods have an aftertaste. This has a little bit of an afterburn. Barely touched my drink here. Really appreciate that she asked me how the food was and if I was enjoying it. That means a lot that's on their mind, besides giving me good service, that I'm actually enjoying the food. I mean, it says a lot about the quality control that comes from, again, family owned and operated business. They purposely want to put out a great product. As far as I'm concerned, they're succeeding.
Cappuccino, espresso.
Ooh, cappuccino does sound really good, actually.
You make it really nice too.
I'm sure you do. I have a question. Is this pepperoni made in-house? You guys make that here?
No, that's like the best that's in the market though.
It certainly is. It is so good. It's tender. It's flavorful. I thought, man, it seems like it's homemade.
We really use the best products here.
Yeah. Well, that's very apparent. It's good.
Grounded cheese.
Right.
You know, everything. I've been here for 42 years.
42 years. Wow.
My
Okay.
father started back in 1980.
Okay.
Can you care for the cappuccino?
Absolutely.
With cinnamon or without?
I'll take it with the cinnamon.
Okay.
Thank you. Not sure how much you heard, but what a sweet lady. So actually 42 years that they've been here. I based my 30-year estimation on their website. I guess their website needs to be updated. It's been updated about 10 or so years. That's okay. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. It's so great to hear a success story, a local success story like this place, like Raimondo's. And I wasn't planning on making this part of the review, but I might as well review the cappuccino when it comes to. She said they make a good cappuccino. I'm willing to bet that it's absolutely true.
There you go.
Thank you. Without even lifting it to my face, I can tell you the aroma of this cappuccino is amazing. It's been a while since I had a good cappuccino. I can smell the cappuccino, I can smell the cinnamon. Cinnamon smells just off the hook. It looks like here. Oh, that smells so good. This brings me back. Presentation, nice light brown color, nice froth at the top. And if you can see it, nice cinnamon. You just gotta see the rim there. Nice and hot. Cold day like today, it's like 31 degrees out there. It's been very damp, so definitely a good day for extra coffee. Now, the taste. Oh yeah, as a coffee connoisseur, I would say this one's a hit. Oh yeah. I'll venture as far as to say that the quality of this cappuccino is on par with the quality of the pizza here, and that's amazing. So some final words. So I noted on Raimondo's website that they claim that they take no shortcuts when it comes to making authentic Italian food. Now I haven't had any dishes, just pizza and a cappuccino, but definitely living up to that statement. Also, according to the website, everything is prepared daily from scratch using traditional family recipes. I believe that because everything I've had here tastes like it's homemade. So in conclusion, if you're passing by Roscoe, New York, maybe you're on your way up to the northwest going towards Binghamton or Buffalo or any of those areas, if you're passing through here, I definitely recommend, if you have time, stop for a quick lunch or a dinner, come to Raimondo's at Roscoe, New York. I tell you what, really easy to get to. You get right off the exit, make a left, and then you make another left and you're there. It's right there in the corner. You cannot miss it. It's a very obvious Italian restaurant right on the corner of Stewart and I guess that's Main Street. But yeah, if you're passing through, definitely worth the stop. Great service, great food, and really good cappuccino. Anyway, I want to finish this cappuccino in private. Give these people a break of being on camera. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. And I'll check you later.